Hey guys, so I made it up here. It wasn't pretty. It was hot. I started my ride at 6:30 and by the time I got over here it was 7:30, so it was already getting warm. And just wanted to get out and ride. This setup with the with this little 20 tooth is beating me up. For one thing, I'm just not in the shape I was in. So I either go bigger or easier gear, or I just keep grinding it out. We'll see how it works out. Because earlier this year I switched to the 30 instead of the 32, and that helped out a lot. I was doing 32 and with smaller tires. So these are much bigger tires. These are the Terravel Coronados. I haven't rode these tires since I rode my fully rigid single speed up here years ago. So this will be the first time I have these tires on this bike, front and back. I think maybe I tried them on here, this bike with it just front, but now it's front and back because it's got the room. And you know, I like this bike. It's just a tad small for me. And but other than that, I really love it because I'm kind of in between this is the Jaffe small, the Escar Jaffe in the small size, and I'm kind of in between a small and a medium. I'm 5'6", so I do tend to just go ahead and get my bikes a little bit smaller because I don't like to have a big bike, which will be in turn longer wheelbase and bigger everything. And I don't go much smaller than a 50 stem. I've kind of landed on 50. I tried a 40 and a 35 and it didn't. I think those smaller stems for me are better for full suspension and better for bikes that are raked out more, with like a 64 head tube angle. But with my 66 head tube angle, I just feel like the 50 feels great. So that's the other reason. So I'm at the point, and you guys help me decide, because all the guys making custom frames are at Made Show, and I might replace this frame and go with a handmade tie frame or a handmade steel frame. If I go tie, I thought about getting another 7, but 7 has a lot of restrictions on what they'll do on a frame. They're very set in their ways, but they do have the lightest tie. I don't think you can find a lighter titanium if you're going for, and I do think weight matters. Don't give me that weight doesn't matter. I believe it matters, especially for a single speed, where riding a single speed up here compared to riding a geared bike up here, weight definitely matters. So I like having a lightweight bike. I love my rigid single speed, but I've already got all the parts and I'm making a rigid geared bike packing bike, so I'm not going to go rigid on the single speed. And so my idea was to replace this frame with one that fits me a little bit better, and either replace it with a custom tie or custom steel. So you guys leave your comments below as I keep riding. Let me take you through this nice little fast section. And man, these tires feel great. I'm running 20 psi right now, so the 20 psi really makes it feel nice. I feel like they've whitewashed this upper part a lot. All right guys, I'll talk to you later.